All right, I think we're live.
Yeah, it just popped up.
All right, I think we're live. You want to start off with an intro, or
You got it, man. This is your
um,
channel, man.
all right. So today we're going to be talking about horror movie recommendations for this October, this Halloween. Um, just some movies that people may not usually watch, or like obviously people will watch Halloween, Trick or Treat, stuff like that. Um, but these are just some few that we would like to shine some light on.
Yeah,
Hopefully, make your Halloween
some of
better.
some of these might be, no brainers to some people, but I feel like they're very essential to the holiday. But we felt it'd be, a little too easy to go with Halloween or Trick or Treat, the more staple Halloween films that are just you see it and you automatically think of Halloween, um, even though literally it's in the title.
Right.
But yeah, everybody knows those, so we figure, maybe add some different ones.
Also, check Hunter's background out now. Different from the last
Yeah,
live stream.
I upgraded a little bit, man. I
What
got
you
my
got back there?
poster. Got this Night of the Living Dead poster signed by Judith O'Day, who was Barbara, and then Kane Hodder signed the Jason New Blood Friday 13th Part 7. So yep, and then I've had that there lined after midnight.
Dope, dope. So we each have three movies here, and then one recommendation. Um, so you just want to get right into it?
Yeah, you go first, man.
Okay. So first, let's get our honorable mentions out of the way. Peep the Shirt, Universal Monsters from Halloween Horror Nights 2019. So, with that being said, my honorable mention is obviously going to be the original Dracula from 1931 with Bela Lugosi. Everybody knows about that. Um, you got to watch one monster film or multiples all throughout the Halloween season. It's a given. So, like, I had to, that was my honorable mention. I
Yeah.
think that might be Hunter's too, just to,
Um, well, we both like these movies a lot. So every one of these movies we both enjoy. So um, some of yours more particular than you would like more than I would. Um, but yeah,
right.
Dracula. I mean, it's Bela Lugosi, and it's in his forte, man. He is Dracula. I mean, the acting in it, Dwight Frye's Renfield, um, which is he's one of the most underrated actors, I think. Um, so I mean, Todd Browning coming in with the first sound horror film, and for it to be Dracula, Todd Browning actually native, you know, so
Native from Louisville,
native.
Kentucky.
So yeah, I'd love to shine light on that, man. Shout out. Um, but yeah, I mean, Dracula's Dracula. Like I said, the first sound horror movie, and this I literally watched it not too long ago, probably a few days ago actually, and it's very. I have the um, Blu-ray, the steelbook of the beautiful art. I have all the Universal monsters, but yeah, I have that. And I was watching it, and I was just like, it's very more atmospherical than most people would. I mean, I think people realize it, but when you watch it and keep watching, it's more. You can. It could be. They feel like they still wanted to, film it as a silent film, and like you could watch that film and have it on mute and still be effective.
Right.
You'd still feel the exact same way. Um, but then you add sound in, and it just puts it on a whole nother level.
Right. So yeah, that's my honorable mention. Dracula, 1931.
And then my honorable mention, also from 1931, directed by the great James Whale is Frankenstein. If you don't know what Frankenstein is and you're watching this, I don't know what you're doing. He's the like my favorite monster. His story is so great. Mary Shelley's book, which we've read, and it just to me, it's a staple of the genre, and not just to watch it during Halloween. It's just the mad scientist, his monster. Which you think of Halloween, you think of like now that the 80s, we brought in Freddy, Michael, and Jason, but like
Right.
if you weren't like at that
Halloween is very
to me,
you
I think
gotta
of
have Dracula and Frankenstein,
yeah,
like those
and
are like
the Wolfman, the Mummy,
right.
like those are like the
All of them.
staples. Yeah, so great performances by Colin Clive as Henry Frankenstein, which I mean shouldn't go unnoticed. Again with Dwight Fry as his assistant, which is one of the funniest like moments in that movie is when he drops the brain.
We got some people
And
in the chat. Courtney, Frankenstein is my favorite monster. That's dope.
No, she knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about.
Knows.
But yeah, I mean, and then not even to mention fucking Boris Karloff.
Right, bro.
I mean, and we'll have to do it like a whole episode.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So yeah, we have 8 films in total, and our 2 honorable mentions so far are Dracula and Frankenstein, both from 1931. I guess I'll hop into my first pick. So also Lugosi, Return of the Vampire from 1943. This is a very atmospheric horror film from the 40s, so it's really fun. You got a vampire, you got a werewolf, you got the creepy woods, you got the crypt, you got the graveyard, you got the fog, the moon. Everything about it is it's really fun. We recently watched this probably a couple months ago.
A month ago, yeah. Me for the first time, he was showing me it. The one thing I really noticed about it, and to me, atmosphere like for a horror movie is very important, and it really sets a tone for just the movie itself. And this, not that I'm the biggest fan of this one.
No, yeah, it's not necessarily like
if you
an S tier horror movie.
Yeah, don't go into
like,
this, thinking
it's still really good. It's just it's a good time. Like you put it on, you have a good time. It's not. Don't expect a masterpiece like like Dracula. You know what I'm saying? But
like it.
It's Lugosi as a vampire. There's a werewolf. It's a fun time.
It's really cool, and like Jackson said, it has the the stereotypical graveyard and
right.
like all the like it's really fun.
One thing about it though, there's a ton of fog in this movie. I don't know if you remember, but
a ton, dude.
There was even fog in the house, like where they were talking. Like there was fog inside the house,
creating that depth. Like, fucking, I know.
They went overboard with that shit.
It's a fun one. It's definitely not the worst thing Bela Lugosi's been in. You can argue Play 9.
Yeah,
he's
had some shitters, but
this. I mean, he's gonna do his thing, and everything. So
right.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, Return of the Vampire from 1943. It's a fun time. Check it out, especially if you like classic horror.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And the poster for it's one of the coolest parts. It's a very.
I'll show it off again. Sorry for the glare, but
yeah, the glare is kind of it doesn't do it justice. But we were talking about that like a while ago when we were at that show. These posters being like so great, like posters back then were like so like original and beautifully made and like actually took like felt like they like took time and effort into it. Not that they don't now, but like this like someone like painted that type
Right.
of and like artists really got to show their
They
ability.
definitely used to spend more time making posters back then than they do now.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, the poster like we actually they had that one there.
oh
And I
yeah,
was
that's
trying to
right.
get him.
They
I
did.
was trying to
Yeah,
get
I
him to.
almost bought it.
I was trying to get him to buy it. We decided not to. It was just a little one, kind of like the size, but it's still cool. But they had all like the lesser known. I think they had the Raven and yeah. But yeah, so Return of the Vampire,
Turn of the Vampire in 1943. My
1943.
first pick.
First pick for just a Halloween fun movie. Pop it in. It's not long. It's not too long. It's like what?
Um, let's see. It is only 70 minutes. It's an hour and 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
not long
So I
at all.
mean, most of these movies that we picked are not long. They're very
Daniel's animation. Will it be on Craptober?
Return of the Vampire. I don't know.
I don't
That's a him.
know.
That's a
I
him
don't
question.
know. But after that, I
That's a
wish
good
they
question.
made posters now like they did back then from Courtney.
Oh
Me
yeah. I
too.
mean, again, like
Thank you for joining the
could
stream.
you? Yeah. Thank everybody. Thanks for joining the stream. But yeah, hey, could you like imagine like Halloween have that poster?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it. After the Nightmare is like on. I think Nightmare has one of the coolest
No,
posters. Like
Nightmare's up there. Even that poster behind your shoulder, you know
night,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Like I think this is the what
Well,
it was the
I meant your
in
other
the
shoulder.
oh yeah, this guy. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but
The
they
other
definitely.
the other one, bro.
Oh, this one
Yeah.
on a yeah. So this is my uncle's movie that I'm in, and yeah, this is like well, he's an artist, so he took that and
Yeah,
put
no,
it with
that's a
the
dope
showing
poster.
his
That's
art.
probably
Um,
one of the best from horror movies these most recent years,
yeah, I
in
mean,
my
just
opinion.
the posters. He was very inspired by the Outsiders poster. If you've never seen it, I'd look it up. I watched the movie, obviously. But yeah, this comes out soon. I think late November ish. That's me in the mask. Definitely, I think he'll talk about it whenever he comes and maybe have uh, the director on the show. So,
Right.
yeah. So
All
we'll
right,
see.
so get into your first pick.
All right, my first pick, and is one of the most non-talked about universe or classic monster movies. Is 1932's Old Dark House, which is also directed by James Whale. If you've never seen this movie, literally go watch it right now. It's kind of hard. It's on Amazon. What did we watch it on? Was it Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it was on Amazon Prime.
Well, either way, go buy it. Go do something. Because Boris Karloff, this is like I'm not saying it's Frankenstein tier, but I mean he's great.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so basically, it's like a very basic story. They get caught. This couple gets caught in storm, and they had to go to this old dark house. And the
They
family
spend the
they take
night
them
there
in,
and weird shit
and
happens.
weird shit happens, man. There's family problems. Or creepy. There's a creepy guy. Like it's really fun, and you think
It's probably the quintessential I
haunted
guess old dark house
like old
movie.
dark house. Like yeah. And we were watching the Horror Syndicate's recommendations. They also said this, which they made great point saying, it's like everything you want, dark, foggy, it's like just spooky atmosphere. The aesthetic, like it's really fun. I mean, it's very actor driven, because it all takes place in one setting. So
Yeah.
for the most part, so it's all you gotta make great characters, and they really do. And a little fun thing, another actress in this is Gloria Stewart, who was also in Titanic. She was Rose, the old lady, when she was growing up. So, I mean, that was when she was like young. So, Yeah, Old Dark House. Again, James Well, who's just on another level. We're doing Frankenstein Bride, uh, Old Dark House. I mean,
Oh,
if you
and the Dr. Pretorius, the other scientist in Bride of Frankenstein, he's also in this. I forget
yeah,
the
so
actor's name, but
I can't think. I know what you're talking about. I can't think off the top of my head, but
he's really good
it's
too.
it's it's a really cool movie. And if you haven't seen it, do it
Mhm.
because it's really not talked about as much as I feel like it should be. But yeah, that was my first one.
Old Dark House, great pick. Love that movie. My next pick here is you know, one of my favorite actors. It's another really fun one. It's from 1959, The Tingler with Vincent Price. Uh,
We talked about it. We talked about this one
was the
last
last stream?
podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
last when you had
Yeah,
me on.
it got mentioned, but I think you brought it up actually.
Yeah,
But
because someone asked, and yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This was it's a William Castle production, so that means it's gonna be fun. And it's got Vincent Price, so like this has like the very first uh adaptation or prediction of
LSD,
a
drug
woman
use,
on
and
LSD
yeah,
in a movie, like being drugged up like that. And so that's really cool. And the whole movie's in black and white until that very specific scene where she's in like a bathtub full of blood, and it's like this
the movie's
bright
black and white.
red
Yeah,
blood.
the movie's black and white, and that's the only thing you see, which is like really, really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
so off-putting. It's like
it's
what?
very creative because
No, it is. That
they
just
should have.
shows you how cool William Castle is. And then he has
Oh yeah, he's an entertainer.
uh someone like Vincent Price in that movie. Like Vincent Price,
It's
this is
added to
like
another level. Yeah,
he takes this movie to another level, like what you said, and he acts like this is one of his best acting performances. I feel like it's not very
I think.
like expressive as something as like the House of Wax. Like he's not showing
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
much
yeah.
emotion,
He's more.
but
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's straightforward. I mean, it's
yeah,
supposed to be a fun. It's supposed to be a fun movie. Like we're like really cool. That's very like original and creative. Like I mean, again, with simple like ideas.
and
That he just made like the idea of like there's something in your back and the way to get rid of it is to scream. And how can we test that to see what's going on with it? Give it to someone that's deaf and
right.
see what happens. So and
It's pretty much about like what you said. It's this parasite that lives in the back of your spine and it feeds off fear. So every time you scream, like it's feeding, right?
yeah,
So when he gives the woman the LSD, like she's also mute and deaf.
yeah,
So it's like it really messes her up and
and
it's
she
crazy.
dies.
Yeah.
So
But
sorry for the spoiler, but I
yeah.
mean it.
I mean the movie's old as shit. So you ain't missing nothing.
Yeah,
But it's also another pretty short movie. It's
you
only
probably
83
forget.
minutes long.
Yeah, you probably forget. Oh yeah, like I said, yeah, all these movies like an hour and a half, like out, like something long. They're all like easy to watch. And they're
Right.
entertaining. Yeah, sorry to spoil it, but I mean,
No, yeah.
I'd still watch it
No, yeah, go watch it.
for
So
sure.
yeah, The Tingler from 1959 was my number two pick.
Okay, now with my second one, I picked one of my top 10 horror films. 1976, Brian De Palma's Carrie. This is with
Nice.
Sissy Spacek and Piper Laurie. If you One of the best like performances in the horror movie ever, or just film in general. Um, if you Carrie's like I'm not saying she's relatable at all, because if you she's relatable and like not relatable at the same time. It's actually fucking crazy. But so basically, the story is this girl Carrie is sheltered, and she gets asked she's like she's in school and she's awkward, high score shy, and Brian De Palma really does a good job, pushing that narrative of her being this awkward, shy, sheltered person. She gets asked to go to the prom, and obviously they were going to fuck with her. She does she resents, but then ultimately she ends up going, but her mom doesn't want her to. They're all going to laugh at you. That's one of my favorite quotes, like in the movie. But yeah, I mean, and then obviously the poster gets, they fuck her up and she just goes crazy. And this is one of those, like, I showed my girlfriend not too long ago, and she didn't like it. So, well, she I don't know. She said Sissy Spacek rubbed her the wrong way. I loved it. I thought she was like, she did exactly what she was supposed to. Piper Laurie, who played this fucking insane mother, who was gonna and their relationship is like fucking, and the way that it's portrayed is like phenomenal. And every time I watch it, I progressively like it more. I don't know about you, but if literally I watch it, I try back when or AEW or what is it? AMC does Fear Fest, and I'm pretty sure they always show it during the month. So that's what I usually watched it on. But yeah, then I bought it. I try to watch it every Halloween season. So I mean, it's fun. It's one of my favorites, like I said.
Yeah, no, Carrie's really fun. Stephen King. I don't know if you mentioned that. I don't think you did, but
I don't think I did.
yeah,
I don't
think that is Stephen King.
Not to mention, man.
That just shows you how good of a story it is, especially when it's written by him. I think it's one of the best Stephen King movie adaptations. I'd
What's
say
another
that
one? I think he mentioned it on, I don't know if it was Stephen Colbert or whatever. He said Christine is probably one of the more.
Oh yeah,
and Misery was one of the best adaptations he's done.
Yeah, Misery is really good. Kathy Bates is crazy in that.
James Kidd, it's another. Those are awesome movies to watch.
Yeah, you should also go watch Misery, Christine.
So there, we got two. There's two more for you.
Honestly, now, I'm gonna get some hate for this, but the new It's, I like better than the original. I think it tells the story better.
So we had we like I said last week, I think when I was on, because we were talking about Craptober, and you gave me the list, and I was just like, and I was scrolling down, one of the last days was It, and was it 1990, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking like, Craptober. I was like, no. I was like, this should not be compared to the shit that he has on here. This shouldn't be compared to the fucking Gorillas Crash the Slumber Party or Monster in fucking Neptune Men. It shouldn't be that. And he really believes that this movie sucks or is not that good. It's overrated.
So it's Craptober. I just think it's a little cheesy and crappy. A little bit. That's why it's on this list.
Obviously it's a TV movie. So part one, I really enjoyed. Now it fell off, obviously. The second part, the whole spider. But now the new It, I think it was cool. Brought a new generation of people to watch it, and really made Pennywise new but the same. Made it look a lot scarier. Not that Tim Curry wasn't. At the time, he was really fucking scary, but Pennywise, Skarsgård did fucking crazy on. Also, the child actors, Finn Wolfhard, was it Jack Dylan Grazer? Just they were all great, and then they perfectly casted the older versions of them. Now part two, I felt was a little a lot. I feel like they kind of like crammed like
Part
everything
2
in.
was it wasn't as good as part 1, but I still felt like it was better than the adult part in the original. You know what I'm saying?
One of the most iconic scenes in film history. When Georgie loses his boat. But this one, I don't remember. I can't remember in the 1991 if they actually show his arm getting ripped off.
No, they don't.
But
They
in
don't.
this one they do, and it's
It
fucking
zooms
like
into
sick.
like a close up of Pennywise's face, and he's like, ah, and then
Yeah,
that's it.
and he's just this kid has no arm. He's just ah.
Yeah, that
It
was
actually showed that. So one of the cool thing, I forgot what I was seeing, but they showed like a little teaser. Stephen King introduced it, and they showed a little teaser of that scene before the movie, and they showed that, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I don't think I went open at night for it. Ended up going open night, but yeah, we got off track. But yeah, both its are also must for this season.
yeah.
It kind of like I came with this problem. Like I was thinking about it, I was like, there's so many fucking movies. There's so many
Yeah.
good movies, and it's hard to fit in the 31 days or whatever.
Mhm.
So I consider November also the season.
Courtney said,
Late
"I'm still
November, not really.
scared from those movies."
Yeah, I mean they're fucking sick, Courtney. They're fucking nuts.
Oh, speaking
mean-
of Stephen King, we recently watched me and my girlfriend what was it? I think it was 1922.
It's on
That
Netflix.
Stephen King movie. It was on Netflix. Or In the Tall Grass. It
And
was
the Tall
that.
Grass.
In the Tall
It
Grass.
was all right. It was cool.
It was all right. I really love the concept of it. I don't think it was executed as well as what I would have hoped. But
really
again,
don't.
it's a Netflix made movie, so like, what do you expect?
Yes, I mean, from what I remember, it's very non-rememberable.
Exactly.
I'm like, I can't name one thing from it, but I know I watched it.
Right.
So yeah, we're going off track. If you want to watch that too, watch it, man. Dude,
Yeah.
watch anything, man.
But no.
Watch these.
Yeah, watch these. Night of the Living Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Creature.
Which actually I did. We went to Myers today, or was it Walmart? We
Courtney
went to both.
says I was confused the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, we were confused the whole time.
And the tall grass, yeah,
In the
it's a
tall
lot.
grass.
I do remember that it was a lot to like process. But yeah, we went to Myers, and I actually did see the we were talking about the animated Night of the Living Dead, and it shows on there like like kind of looks like animated, not the cartoon, but I think it's actually like a cartoon version of it. And I was talking to my girlfriend, I was like, maybe. I was like, I've never seen it before, so I almost bought it, but I didn't. I was like, maybe another time.
Is that the one that looks like Bruno Mars on the cover?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, look up Night of the Living Dead animated, and it looks like Bruno Mars on the cover. Who's supposed
I
to
think it's
play
called like Night of the Animated Dead or something like that.
yeah.
Ben's supposed to be
yeah, it was supposed to be right.
Ben,
Dwayne
Ben
Jones.
looks just,
That's his name, Dwayne Jones.
he looks just like fucking Bruno, and I don't know the artist.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So with my last pick, we got one from the 80s. Now, we recently watched this too. It was this is also a made for TV movie. We were actually really surprised by it.
When I tell you this movie like surprised the shit out of me, like I went in like kind of like dread. I didn't dread watching it, but I was just like, all right, whatever. He really wanted to watch it, so I was like, okay, whatever.
From shout out to Pizzal, got something coming soon with him, but he really recommended this movie, and I was like, okay, cool. It's a slasher, and he looks cool as fuck on the cover. Look at that.
He looks like part 2 Jason.
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Yeah, so we didn't even know it was a TV movie until like
we were
watching it.
After...
we were watching it, and like midway through it, like kept like doing these weird transitions. It was just like it was like a commercial break would be, and I was like, I think this is a fucking TV movie.
Yeah, I know.
And like the thing about it, one of the best parts is I don't know who played, but there's this character named Bubba, and this whole like thing is basically they execute Bubba because they thought he killed kind of like Frankenstein. They whenever this little girl, she didn't even die, right? Because Bubba tried to save her, and they went in like he went in. His mom, moms are very protective of their kids, so he went to her crying. He was like, and he had problems, so he went to her and he was like, "Mom," and she was like, "Let's go play hide and seek." So now he goes into the Scarecrow costume, or out in the field, and they find him, and they're looking for him, and they find him in the Scarecrow, and they execute him. But then they find out that he didn't do it, and so then a very biased jury, a very unfair court case against him, and then they get haunted by like the ghost and by him. It's fucking cool. It's
the concept I thought was like really the atmosphere. That's another thing about this one. The atmosphere was really cool. It's it's a very October movie. Like
I like
it's
the
got
word,
this whole orange like look to it. You know what I mean?
I like the word Halloweeny.
The Halloweeny
vibe.
Very Halloweeny.
Halloweeny vibe.
But Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, it's a really fun one. Yeah, the acting is actually pretty good for a TV movie. Production is really good. On the Blu-ray right here, this is awesome. From Vincent Price, he says, "Marvelous. I was terrified." So if
the funny thing about that,
Vincent Price, you're doing something right.
The funny thing about that, because we talk about Vincent Price doing like the B movies or whatever, and the funny thing, like this is I wouldn't say this was a B movie, but like I feel like this is like be a perfect film for him. I don't know what there's a few characters I might be able to see him play, but the one thing I noticed about this was like all like the characters were assholes, dude.
Yeah,
they sucked,
dude. The whole
time, I was just like
when you watch this movie, you know what we're talking about.
They fucking like they're so like jerks and fucking selfish mother pieces of shit. Sorry for all the but it's bad.
Yeah. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, it's a really fun one. It's only 96 minutes long. Really recommended. We recommend all these movies, pretty much anyone that we talked about, maybe except for In the Tall Grass.
I mean,
cool concept, not executed.
If you don't have movies and you're like looking on Netflix and you're like, oh, what should I watch? I think Jaws is on Netflix now, so maybe watch that instead of
watch fucking Jaws instead of In the Tall Grass.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I'd go with that one. They're close, but I think I might have Jaws edge out.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, they're similar movies. Steven Spielberg did this. Who fucking knows who did this one? But yeah. So my third final thing or film, I try to pick ones when he asked me to do it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick one from like each like era or decade, like I don't know what's the way you describe it. I say era. So I did 1932, 1976. Fast forward, good 40 years. We have The Strangers from 2008. Now, when I didn't watch the original Strangers first. I watched the second one in theaters, The Strangers Pray at Night. I think you might have went with me, maybe. But I remember watching it and I was like, this is fucking cool. But I was like, I need to watch the original. So I went and watched the original, and dude, it fucking blew me away. Like how basically it's this couple, they get married or whatever, and they're like, it's like they go to this vacation home after like for their honeymoon, and it literally just three people go and like terrorize them in these masks, which iconic masks now. Whenever you see them, I know I do whenever and basically it's just the survival movie at this point. It's very like it makes you like one of those movies like you think like what would I do in this situation? You know what I'm saying? Like though I like those kinds of movies. And I usually watch those with my girlfriend because she's really digs those. Another movie like this would be like You're Next, which I would highly recommend watching that one as well.
Oh yeah, Uh, I remember when Your Next came out, and I was like, I always wanted to watch it, but I never had got to until you had got the Blu-ray and you let me borrow it, and I was like, damn, like
I
that's
literally saw it. I mean, I hadn't watched it either, and I got it. I think I bought it for like
Daniel
four
says The
bucks.
Strangers is fun.
The Strangers is fucking awesome. They're from 2008. Like it, Liv Tyler's in it, who was in Lord of the Rings, this series.
Even the sequel
They,
too, Strangers Pray at Night. That's even
yeah, even that
good
was
too.
pretty cool. They have a lot of. There's like one scene from Strangers Pray at Night that I thought was really fucking cool. Was the whole um pool scene where they go in the pool and it's all neon. They have the music playing and
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the movie.
the whole it's really cool atmosphere and um it's really fun. Either both of them. Watch a double feature, man.
Yeah, there you go.
And the thing about them, they're both like two different movies. The same people, but they're like I'm trying not to spoil nothing, but yeah, they got different storylines because the Prey at Night's more of like a family aspect. This one's just like a couple gets ransacked. This one's like it's awesome.
hmm
I remember the dad said one joke in it that fucking made me laugh. I can't remember what he said, but it was when they're about to get in the fucking car, and I don't remember, but it was
In the first
hilarious.
Strangers.
No, the second one,
Oh, the
because
second
remember
one.
they're going down to the they're also going to some home like RV place for a like break. But yeah, it's they're both awesome. I like the first one better, but I
Yeah,
tend
I
to go
think
that way
so
anyways.
too. Yeah, the home invasion like kind of thing is
I love the like idea like
dude, that freaks me out.
well another one I just thought of was Hush. You seen Hush?
Mm, I've seen majority of it. I haven't like
Now,
finished
that
it.
fucking movie is awesome. So if you don't know what Hush is, it's about a girl who's deaf and mute, um, and a person um, tries to go in and kill her. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like it's really cool
There's
and original.
also there was this one film that was something like it. It was called oh, it was on Netflix around the same time. I don't know if any of these movies are. I think it's called Night Shift or something.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Uh my cousin showed it to me, and it was like this girl stays in a hospital or like some type of office building to where she's the only person there at night, and some killer breaks in and is like chasing her the entire time. It's really suspenseful. I think that's what it's called. Could be wrong though. But yeah,
So
that
I just thought
one.
another Netflix series that I think is another staple for this. Just because I thought about it, the Netflix because some people are not able to have DVDs and uh,
Right.
physical copies. So they have like streaming services. So one thing from Netflix, it's a three-part. So you have three. It's like an hour and a half long. Fear Streets are fucking awesome. They're really fun. They go
I'm
from like
ashamed
'84.
I still haven't
You haven't
checked
watched
any of
them
those
all?
out.
Oh
No.
my gosh. It has Sadie Sink, has Maya Hawk, um, a lot of cool,
Daniels, this
like,
is a fun live stream. Thank you.
oh, thank you, man. Appreciate, I mean, we tried. We tried, man. But yeah, I, Fear Street's really fucking cool. It goes from like, 1984, um,
I
goes
think
back to 76, I think
1666 or something.
70, 78, or then 1666, which, is really fucking sick. They go and tackle the 84. It's more like a, stereotypical like 80s like teenage, but like it's really cool.
Right.
And then they go back to the 70s, which they're in camp, and they go back to the 16, which is like folk Salem witch like era. So and they all connect. So like people are like I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but it has a really good twist to it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I still gotta check those out.
No, they're
Uh,
awesome.
so yeah, I think all the movies that we covered are really good, honestly.
I mean, it's just a small selection of like tons
Oh yeah, dude, you can
we
pick
could
tons.
say.
We just wanted to pick out some to give you enough chance to find it and like check it out.
And
This
more at least I I want to say some of these films are like very like are easily be seen, but some might be a little harder to get. You know, like Dark Knight and Scarecrow and Return of the Vampire. Most of his movies are a little
Yeah,
more
mine are a
difficult
little bit
to.
more obscure. Like mainly, I mean, pretty much.
I don't have mine on me.
Yeah, I had to.
Where I would.
I just grabbed them real quick from the shelf. But oh, dude, I wanted to include this one on here because this is something that I usually watch on during the Halloween season. But Last Man on Earth, dude, I will stand by this until I die. The first 30 minutes of this movie is like perfect because it's just Vincent Price, and it's see the struggles that he's went through, how he's literally the last man on earth. He's sitting there counting the days off the wall. He's sharpening his weapons, and like he's going insane kind of.
It's
It's
just one of
just
those, yeah.
like
He's
that's one of his
one
most
of like
shining
very
moments, I
few
feel like.
acting roles. I mean, you're carrying a movie. Talk about carrying a movie. Like, I mean,
Dude, yeah.
it's crazy. Him and Cillian Murphy in 28 weeks later, 20 days. After I think it's days later, 28 days later.
Weeks is the sequel.
Yeah, 28 days later. Cillian Murphy, which is we watched that recently. It was really fucking good. One, I know we just keep giving out these movies.
Yeah.
Here's three for you. All the A24 films were Robert Eggers and Ari Aster. They're some of my girlfriend's favorite fucking movies. Which if she likes me, that's how you know.
Yeah, same with my girlfriend. The
If you
Witch and
if you
Hereditary and Midsummer.
yeah, Witch she
Midsommar.
wasn't. The Witch is kind of out of the three more hard to gravitate towards.
Yeah, it's a period piece, so like it can be harder for more people to get into it because it's set in like 1600s
16, yeah.
New
Now
England.
that movie, yeah, The Witch is like what, an hour and a half. Hereditary and Midsummer are like
2 hours,
two
two and a half
hours ish,
hours
but they're
almost.
so worth it. Like they're
Gosh,
so
dude, I will
fucking
never
good,
forget the first time we watched Hereditary.
dude. I'm not even gonna say nothing about it because it's one of those movies like you have to like watch yourself.
We could do a
I want to do one.
discussion
Yeah,
about
I'll join. Yeah,
A24 films.
the
It's all
three.
about
Yep,
A24.
I will join. I will be there because those are, you know, three of the like if three of the best, if not the best, uh, horror films of the last few decades.
I would, I would go in saying that those three are like instant classics. Like they will become
Yeah,
classics. Like I will
it
put money
became
on.
the new age of horror, like the new like
Oh yeah, A24, man.
unsettling psychological.
They mix
Um,
like every emotion and like it just freaks you out. You know what I'm saying?
like and
Like
all three have great characters and actors. Like the first movie I ever saw from Florence Pugh was Midsummer, and Florence Pugh is fucking great. Um, the mom in Hereditary, Tony, she's fucking great. Alex Wolff is in it, who's fucking awesome.
oh
Dean
yeah.
Keaton from fucking Usual Suspects, the dad, was great. Whoever played Charlie, I always forget her name. She fucking was great. And then the witch, Anna Taylor Joy, was fucking.
Yeah, dude.
They knew what they're like, and casting like these like these like non popular. I don't want to say that non-popular because I mean you look at them now. Anna Taylor Joy and Florence Pugh are like, and Tony. They're like the biggest
Oh yeah.
stars. Maybe
Daniel
Hereditary. Yeah,
says The Lamb was just released in theaters. The new
yeah.
A24
I'm gonna have to
film.
go check. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out for sure.
Yeah, that's another crazy concept. Oh, also the Lighthouse.
I never got
Dude,
to check out the Lighthouse. I heard it's fucked up.
it's yeah, you heard right,
I mean,
bro.
Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Hmm.
It's just a recipe for fucking like chaos.
It
But before I was gonna say all the A24 movies. When I recently watched this Halloween for the first fucking time, is Reanimator. Now, Reanimator is one of the funnest fucking
Hell
movies.
yeah. H.P. Lovecraft.
I fucking we like H.P. Lovecraft. We respect him for his work. Separate the
His
art.
stories
The
are
art.
some of the most famous horror short stories. Like after Edgar Allan Poe, Lovecraft, and then after
So
Lovecraft,
yeah, I think it's very important. I think everybody should be able to separate the art from the artist. H.P. Lovecraft obviously was not the greatest, but who's not?
yeah,
He made, but his work speaks for itself. And it's one of the funnest fucking movies.
like just to name off a few, Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu, Reanimator, From Beyond, dude,
There's a bunch. We might have to
Color Out of Space, like I don't know. It's so weird how people think of shit. Like, how the fuck do you sit there and think of that? Like he thinks
these
in the
twisted
1920s. No, he wrote this stuff in the 1920s, and it was like about these giant cosmic monsters from outer space, like that controls this one dude. It's such a brain fuck. It's so weird.
That's how it's movies like the A24 movies. Like what kind of dark fucking mind?
Exactly.
This shit. And they did their great. I mean, they're great. Let's say Jordan Peele's Get Out and Us.
But
fucking
both of
twisted
those,
too.
I will say those will be instant classics.
Those are, yep. We'll do
like
a whole
modern
episode
classics.
on that. We'll do an episode on that.
On the Jordan Peele movie.
Jordan Peele's, yeah.
Which I'm very excited for. You have to include that.
I like the series. I know it has mixed.
I watched a couple episodes. They were actually really fun.
They're fun. But yeah. He has a new movie coming out. Nope. I think it comes out next year or 2023.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That also looks pretty cool.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
Is there anything like released about that film? Like, what's it supposed to be about? You have no idea.
The poster, and then 3 actors: Keke Palmer.
Oh, okay.
David. I can never say his fucking name. He's from Get Out. Chris from Get Out. And then Stephen Yeun. Yeah. Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is in it. I know those 3, which he also worked with Jordan Peele on a Twilight Zone episode, which was the one where it's like, I think it was like a police station or whatever, have like a Christmas party, and he came in, he ended up being an alien. It's pretty fun. It was, I mean, yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele is one of those, like, it's not unsettling, it's more just like fucks with your mind. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, he like twists and turns, which he's great. Giving little subtle hints at you to the bigger picture.
Right. Daniel says Jordan is the GOAT. Yeah, shout out to Jordan.
He will be. I mean, look at his resume so far. I mean,
and
not even talking about his comedy
we're both
career.
Huge comedy lovers as well. And Key
I say, you're not even talking about his comedy career. I mean, that's
we love Key and Peele too.
Sometimes comedians who make like horror are just like better because they know what it takes.
Well, for
comedy and horror,
right?
Comedy and horror are so similar. Trying to get somebody to laugh and trying to get somebody to be scared.
Like a pretty popular YouTuber, Noel Miller, his short film,
Suki.
Yeah, Suki.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty good, honestly. Like, I really enjoyed it, and we both love Noel. Shout out to Noel Miller. Shout out to Key and Peele.
Yeah, I was really, I really want Bo Burnham to make a little horror movie, or
No, you know who I want to be? Kyle Mooney.
Kyle Mooney. Jesus Christ! Brigsby Berry has horror elements for sure.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Brigsby Berry, it's not horror fucking related, but it's great.
Man, he's on a different level. We're getting way out of subject, but yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining his stream. the
Yeah, I know.
stream
Thanks for joining the stream, everybody. Um,
and
this
commenting
this
and
was another
everything.
really fun episode. Uh,
Yeah.
we got our first guest next week,
Next
Wednesday
Wednesday
at
at what
8.
time? 8:30?
8.
8.
Yeah, I
Are you
think
gonna
8.
tell them who it is?
Yeah, sure, why not? Because the few people that's on here. Um, we got our first guest. We're really excited about it. He's a huge Halloween fan. We're gonna be talking about Halloween kills, some spoilers, other Halloween stuff like what could possibly be in Halloween Ends. Uh, yeah, if you like horror, he started like earlier this year, and like he's already has a pretty big following. So we're really excited to
He
be
also,
doing
I
this
think
with him.
he has a lot of
But
cool
it's
content.
I like scary.
Yeah, he has a lot of cool content. If you
Oh
should
yeah,
also check out.
yeah. Please go check out I Like Scary. I'll leave his
And I think he
channel
also,
in the
yeah, link it
description.
in. Yeah, I think he also does makes masks
Yeah, I
or
think
like
he
details them.
yeah, like you get a Trick or Treat Studios mask, you can send it to him and like he'll make it look screen accurate. So like
Yeah, which is
I'm gonna
pretty cool.
have
Which
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say it, but I think you know. I think you know what we're thinking. Whole show.
But oh, Courtney says whoop whoop, I'm excited. Yeah, we are too.
Also, I don't know whenever it's gonna come out, but I found out today. Um, your girlfriend is in a movie or is a new
She's
film.
in a short film called Unpacking. Uh she's been working hard on it. I've been helping her go over her lines. She's I'm really excited for her.
I know she told me because we've worked with her before, and she's great. She's a theater actress,
Right.
which if you're able to see, I don't know if it'll be on YouTube or whatever. You can definitely tell she's very theatrical and outgoing. And she was telling me about the part, and I was like, I think you'll be good, man. She's great, and
Yeah.
that kind of I don't know how long it is, but she was telling me it's a student film because she goes to SCAD.
Mhm.
They use like legit real cameras SCAD provides. So yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if like it will be available to see, but if I can get a little bit of it,
Well,
I'll send it to
yeah,
you.
but I say depending on um,
Because
you
it's like a
know,
student
how we get
project
it,
kind of thing.
and how long it is,
Mhm.
maybe show it on here.
But she'll be on the channel soon.
Yeah, but I say
She'll be on
maybe
the
have
channel
her on
soon.
here and we can watch it. I don't know when everything's gonna come on, but yeah,
But
I'm looking
yeah,
forward to it.
we could do like a girlfriend stream, have both of them on here
Maybe,
one night.
maybe I'll
That'd
have to
be
get her
fun.
on here, man.
But
Talk about Midsummer.
she
It's her
said y'all are
favorite,
gonna
man.
make me cry. Well, you deserve it. Um, we're really proud
Keep
of you
working
though.
hard, man.
I'm proud of you, and I know it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Everything. But anyways,
Yes,
Halloween.
boyfriend, man. Halloween, man. Those movies, Frankenstein, Old Dark House, Carrie, Strangers, Turn the Vampire, fucking the
Dracula,
Tingler, and
Dark Knight of
fucking forgot
Scarecrow,
the last one. Dark
and
Knight
In the
Scarecrow.
Tall Grass.
And In the Tall Grass.
Go check that shit out right now.
No, don't fucking watch In the Tall Grass. Go watch Jaws. Go watch
Go watch
Fear Street.
fucking Frankenstein.
Go watch anything else but Into the Tall Grass. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
But so yeah, thank you for
There's
watching. Thank you for joining the stream. Courtney said, but I'll have to see if I can get a copy and ask my director if we can post. If we don't have to post it, it can
we don't have
just
to
be
post it.
between us.
If we I mean, I feel like we're gonna get it regardless. I hope because I really love to see it, to watch her. But if we, as I was telling you, if we could maybe show it on here on like a special thing, maybe you could do
Hmm. But
a
yeah,
show and then have her on.
no, yeah, she'll definitely be on here. We'll be talking about horror movies, whatever,
And if you
whatever.
haven't met, if y'all don't know Courtney, she's a very sweet girl. So, um, very passionate about what she does. So, it'd be
This is
cool to have
turning
her on here
into
and
a
watch this.
the Courtney podcast. But no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's been working hard and proud of her. But so yeah, these are just some movies to check out for this Halloween season.
And if you haven't fucking seen this trailer, go look up On a Dark and Bloody Ground trailer.
That
The
will
full
also
trailer
be
is
in the
out now.
description. Go
Which-
check out on a Dark and Bloody Ground trailer.
Yeah.
I'll have the link to I Like Scary's channel. Our first guest. It's going to be really fun. So everybody, when you watch this, whoever's watching right now, if you watch this in the future, remember to be here at Wednesday night at 8 p.m.
8
Eastern
o'clock.
time
Mhm.
for I Like Scary. It's going to be fun. Yeah,
Also
so-
coming up, I know he has a new thing I think I'm joining. Yeah. We're gonna start doing if you want to mention it. The best of.
Oh, okay. We're also going to be doing, I think Monday will be the first episode. Wednesday will be I Like Scary. Maybe Friday will be episode 2. We don't know yet, but coming soon there will also be a series live stream like this of the best of horror movies from each decade. Starting with the 1920s to the 2020s.
To now. Yeah. So
100 years of horror. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we're in a great time for sure.
Mm-hmm. Horror's in a good place right now.
I was thinking about today. Halloween's gonna be 50 years old in a few years, which is kind of like mind blowing.
I know, dude. Dracula and Frankenstein's gonna be 100 years old in 10 years.
It's fucking nuts.
Fuck.
But yeah.
But again, thank you for everybody who watches this in the future. It means a lot for both of us. Go check out these movies. They're all great. They're perfect for Halloween. Can't stress that enough. Again, let's run through them real quick. Dracula from 1931, Return of the Vampire, The Tingler, Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
And then Frankenstein, Old Dark House, Carrie, and The Strangers.
Yeah, everybody
those
go
are
check those out.
Just some picks from, a few.
Right.
From the many.
Go check out On a Dark and Bloody Ground trailer. I'll leave that in the description. Go check out I Like Scary's channel. I'll leave that in the description. And Hunter, any closing words?
Oh no, whoever joined, thanks. Means a lot to him, and I appreciate it a lot too. I mean, go watch Craptober. He's worked really hard on that.
Episode 17 will be out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so he's really worked hard on that. To give out some of the shittiest fucking movies ever, like we talked about the last episode. Which we're planning to doing Monsters Crashes on Slumber Party live reactions of them.
That would be amazing.
Keep supporting, man. We really appreciate it.
Again, so yeah, thank you for everybody.
Thank you everybody for joining.
Tune in next week, Wednesday at 8 Eastern time. I don't know what time that is, Pacific time or whatever, but join.
8. It don't fucking matter. Be here at 8. Be here at fucking 8.
Be here at 8. Y'all know the drill.
Be here at actually
I Like
8.
Scary.
No, 7:50.
It's gonna be great. So
all right, man. Y'all are gonna like him.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna love him. That being said, catch you on the next one, and remember,
stay scared.